the soul, or comprising the subconscious and conscious mind. That's where the world is, and the world is memories replaying. So when you have worldly problems, it's just simply the memories replaying in the subconscious mind, and that's where you have to go. So the Ho'oponopono is about appealing to divinity to reach down in the subconscious mind, erase, take it back to zero. Okay, now let me go to March the 12th, 2005. So I said the void is the foundation of self-identity, of mind, of the cosmos. It is a precursor state to the infusion from inspiration from divine intelligence into the subconscious mind. So the divinity was incredible, smart. So what he says is, let's begin with zero. So it's like the cloth is this zero. This is the cloth on which divinity is going to build minds. So now we start with zero. And so when you look at the mind consists of three aspects: the superconscious, the conscious, and the subconscious. But the important part about that is each one of those is zero. So the superconscious mind begins at zero, conscious mind begins at zero, subconscious mind begins at zero. It's the face of God. So zero, or the void, is the face of God. That's what God looks like, plain and simple. Now, so let's look at Loke. So now divinity says, okay, here's Loke, superconscious, conscious, subconscious, zero. Okay, now divinity says, as long as Loke is zero, I can come forth from the void, from the zero, and I can inspire her. So now the inspiration comes in, which is the breath of God. So divinity breathes into Loke, and what does divinity breathe into Loke? Whatever talent she has, whatever direction she has, but this is the divinity doing it. So divinity is, so when Loke is inspired because Loke is allowing God to come through. So the divinity speaks for her, divinity directs the camera, divinity does whatever, but as long as Loke is free from memory, divinity flows, has its way. So this goes on until something happens called memory. So as soon as the memory comes up, it cancels inspiration, it cancels zero, and you're displaced. You're out of step. So memory takes you out of step, and we've been out of step for so long, and we've been out of step probably for 99.9999% of the time. So the Ho'oponopono is about getting you back to zero. And so how do you get back to zero? Light switch. You do all of these cleansing process, get you back to zero. And why do you want to be at zero? Because as soon as you're back to zero, divinity can then come through so that you have a perfect body, perfect ideas, perfect camera position, perfect house you buy. The idea is you get this perfection, and as the divinity runs your mind as opposed to memory running it. Yeah? So memories replaying displace the void. So it takes you out of the void, away from zero, and it precludes that you cannot then have manifestation of inspiration. To remedy this displacement, that is, now memory takes you out of alignment with the void, to reestablish self-identity, memories need to be transformed to voids through transmutation. So now you get the divinity, now you get back and you say, okay, you know what displaced me. You know the memories, and I'm just going to say to you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And I'm sorry, please forgive me is in all of the different tools that we use to petition divinity. So once we use the tool, then divinity's responsibility is to transmute the memories at whatever time, place that divinity chooses, and we don't have any choice over that. Since divinity knows what is right, that's right and timing for everything, that's the way it is. We can't beg, we can't say, oh, come on, give us a break, it doesn't work. So the idea is to come back to divinity and let divinity, as Morna Lamaku Simeona says here, let divinity clean, erase, so that you can find your own Shangri-La, which is zero, where? Within yourself. And once you're into zero, like you're back to a brand new canvas, now divinity paints on it. You get the right sound, the right voices, the right feeling, And as long as memory doesn't come up, divinity is painting this paradise. You get the right job, the right food, the right whatever, and as soon as memory comes up, you displace the divinity, and you're stuck. So now you go back to the cleaning, and for me, I clean all the time because I don't know whether I'm stuck or not. So the purpose of the cleaning is to say to the divinity, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please cancel whatever separates me from you. Now I'm away from you. So now you allow divinity to cancel. I get realigned. I'm back with divinity, back to zero. And now divinity can come forth from the void into light.